Hey Smashers, welcome to your Daily Smash for Tuesday, June 4th, 2024. I am Rick.
I am Kelly. I'm going to show you my outfit. I got so many compliments on today.
Look at that. Where's that from, Kelly?
This outfit is from Amazon and it's $34.
Come on.
$34.
Well, that is a bargain.
Isn't this adorable?
Now, that is a going out outfit? That is a day party outfit? Are they pajamas? They look pajama-like.
No, it's an outfit. It's not pajamas.
They're cute. Very cute. And you got a lot of compliments on them today?
I did.
Have you put your feet on anyone else's head today?
No.
Today happens to be Shoshana's birthday. My daughter Shoshana.
Happy birthday, Shoshana.
Happy
birthday, Shosh.
28th birthday.
Wow.
28. When I was 28, I had finally gotten my act together.
When I was 28, I got divorced from Scott, and then I moved to San Francisco with Michael at 28. Then I got pregnant at 29 and had Julie at 30.
Whoa.
At 28 years old.
You were ahead of the curve, I think.
I already, by the time I was 28, I've already had 4 homes.
Wow. Well, Shoshana is on her way.
Yes, she is.
She's got a couple of good jobs, and she's working very hard. And she's going to get a nice little birthday gift from us. We hope that she's having a terrific day today, and we hope you are too. We're going to get to the hot topic we didn't get to yesterday, which is the Fauci hearings. We just want to talk about a lot of the nonsense that we had to deal with and that you got punished for unjustly, as it turns out. But before we get to that, we want to deal with some more drama from this whole Jillian Barberie and my ex Lauren Sivan situation. Where I didn't realize this because you apologized yesterday.
Well, it's the people. They come out and they'll tell you what's said. There's a lot of people that make up lies. There's a lot of trolls that like to keep the friction going. Okay. Nobody knows better than Jeff and I. Like, Jeff will go, oh, well, somebody said this and this, and I don't believe it's true. I'm going to ask you, like, what happened or whatever. There's a lot of people like to stir up stuff.
But people have been grabbing screen grabs. They've been taking screen grabs and sending them to you.
Sending them to me.
Because you didn't even know that these people were saying these things.
I had no idea what was said. Rick and I were just on our way this morning doing our errands, and all of a sudden I get these screen grabs of Jillian, Lauren Idiot Sivan, that's her name on Instagram. Yeah, Idiot Sivan. Yeah, that's her name. And which she is an idiot. And Chef Stu. Chef Stu was liking all of the negative comments that were said about Rick and I. Which is shocking because I've been friends with Chef Stu for so long. Yeah. And he's been at my house. He has stayed with us. I've introduced him to the whole Housewives crew. I introduced him to Jeff Lewis, who made him skyrocket in his numbers on Instagram.
I think he's just mad that you're still friends with Jeff and not him. I don't know.
I'm friends with him. I have no problem with Chef
We thought you were.
Now I'm not friends with him now. Not after he liked this post.
And I just want to say, I try not to get involved in a lot of this drama. I do. But when someone comes after Kelly, I'm going to protect her. I'm going to defend her. This is my queen, okay? She's my princess. She's my queen. She's the most amazing partner I have ever had in my life.
Thank you.
And for someone to say, oh, we support women. I'm all about the girls, girl power. I support women. But then they don't support this woman because they don't agree with her. And they don't support me for supporting my woman. I'm supporting women by supporting Kelly. So it's just... There's a lot of hypocrisy going on, and I do want to break down a couple of these comments.
Okay, so, okay, I don't know where this Lauren Sivan came out of nowhere, like out of nowhere starts commenting under Jillian about you and I.
Right.
First of all, are you bitter much? It is beyond, move on. Why are you still so involved in Rick and our business and his kids? And it's really strange. So
Well-
let's go beat by beat on exactly what this whack job had to say.
Do you want me to start with these posts?
Yeah.
Okay, so Idiot Savon posted, I learned to lift women up from you. This is to Jillian. You're the OG gangster girl cheerleader, and I'm forever grateful for you including me in the party instead of putting women down. And I've tried to practice what I've learned from you, as we all should. Unfortunately, not all women have your heart and spirit, and to them I feel sorry. You're my hero and inspo, and I feel sorry for anyone who doesn't celebrate your light. It's magic. Love you, Jilly XX. Jillian writes back, Amen, beautiful. I love women and men. Girls are what? Like effing 16? I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
My daughter has more grace at 16. I don't know what that means either. I adore you, Savon. And Penny, my first wife, was good to me when I was a snot-nosed 22-year-old. I knew her back then, too. She gave me tips on how not to sound Canadian, LOL. Not sure what happened to Rick along the way, but damn, he had some good, inspiring women back in the day. Now he has a woman who cuts down a cancer survivor who shares her story. Sure, I'll lose the 50 pounds. I don't give a F because I'm not shallow. Health over wealth. And if this is because Tamra popped into my live and Dodd is jealous, then grow some thick skin.
I didn't even know Tamra popped into her live. I swear to God.
That never came up in our conversation.
I didn't even know.
And why would you even care about that?
I don't care what Tamra has to do. I know Tamra. Are you joking?
Yeah.
You think I care what Tamra has to say about me?
She says, I don't attack women. I lift them up. But when I'm attacked for no reason, I'm going for the effing jugular. How does she not remember? She was such a fangirl when I was at the Two-Face party.
I was a fangirl? You have 60,000 followers. You and Idiot Savon have.
She actually has 80, I think, but she has 10% of what you have.
Yeah, 10% of what I have. Okay, a fangirl? I wasn't a fangirl. I watched you on Good Day LA. One time, you were a big fish in a small pond. Okay, me right here. I'm international. I'm international. People watch me across the globe. People watch G-Lord and some whatever.
She said, come for me. I've been doing live TV for 34
years. Oh, really?
Years.
No one even knows who you are. I did my live and no one knew who you were, Jillian Barberie.
Well, not only that.
No one knew who you were. Everyone was asking me.
I've been doing live TV for about the same amount of time when I met Kelly. And I can tell you right now, Kelly is at least 10 times more famous than I am. And she has 10 times the Instagram followers I have. And I wouldn't have 75,000 if not for you. Because when I met you, I had like 4,000. And I've been on TV forever. And I told her this, we've had this conversation repeatedly, that as long as I was on TV, people still recognize Kelly far more than me. And now they do often recognize you because of me, but that's because I'm married to you now.
Right. So keep reading what she wrote.
Then she writes, Rick needs to take his balls out of your purse and be the man he was with Savon. I don't know who he is now, letting his fangirl wife attack me, an old friend of 30 years from Miami. Who the F are you even, Kelly Dodd? Honestly, F right off.
This is why no man wants to be with you, Jillian Barberie. Not one man, every guy that's with you, they run the other way and they screw you over, they cheat on you because you probably have balls. You're probably like a dude and a woman. And you look like one, by the way. So well, F you, and F you right back. How about that?
I just want to say.
And you're fat, by the way. So
I feel it's very unfair to criticize me for supporting my wife. We disagree on a lot of things, and I will often tell her that what I think she should do. For example, yesterday I encouraged you to apologize to Jillian because of the way this whole thing went down, and you did, which I thought was really classy. But for her to come after me for supporting you, first of all, my balls are right where they belong, okay? But there's nothing wrong with being a good husband. There's nothing wrong with taking care and looking out for my wife.
You wouldn't know that, Jillian Barberie, because no man wants to be with you or sleep with you or bang you and dick is free, okay?
Well, then Idiot Savon added her and said, yes.
But why is Idiot Savon being an interloper?
She has a habit of inserting herself in situations where I believe she thinks she's going to gain followers.
Right. So
that's what she did when we got married.
First of all,
we got engaged.
Bugs Bunny, a.k.a. Lauren Savon. That's what she looks like. I have a picture. I'm going to insert it. This is Bugs Bunny. That's all we got, folks.
She said, when this psycho bitch came for me for sharing a photo with Rick's daughter.
Okay, can you explain that real quick?
Okay.
You're a psycho.
A few days after we got married, and my oldest daughter and I are not getting along right now. We haven't for a while. And instead of coming here to hang out with us after the wedding, she decided to go meet up with Lauren in the desert.
And Veronica told me she could not stand Lauren when she was a kid. She said she hated her guts beyond the pale.
And Lauren didn't want anything to do with them when they were younger. She wouldn't hang out with them when they come to visit. She said, those are your kids. You go be with your kids. She didn't hang out with them.
She didn't want to have anything to do with them.
Or my ex-wife. Are you kidding me? Forget about it. But it was like the Wednesday after we got married, and your last season of Housewives was having its season premiere. And listen, Veronica was a huge Housewives fan. She's
the one that wanted Rick and I to hook up together.
College thesis on it, on reality TV, and encouraged me to go out with Kelly in the first place. And on the night of your premiere, she posted this picture with Lauren saying something like, with my real stepmom.
With my real stepmom. She wrote this mean text message.
And what's on TV tonight? There's nothing on TV tonight. She said that.
What should we watch
days after we got married?
What should we watch on TV? How mean-spirited is that?
On the night of her premiere, instead of supporting her new stepmom and saying, oh, I can't wait to watch Kelly's, premiere tonight on TV. Like, that would have been the right thing to do. But to come after us that way, and then you're going to accuse Kelly of coming after you. A psycho bitch for sharing because she shared a photo with Rick's daughter. That's not what happened.
Let's read exactly what she wrote right now.
When this psycho bitch came for me for sharing a photo with Rick's daughter, I realized not only is she desperate for attention, good or bad.
What? I'm way more popular than you are. People know me. I have almost 1 million followers. You have none, barely.
It's not a fair comparison at all. You're not desperate for attention. She's the one who started posting on your page when we got engaged, which I thought was really strange until I realized that she was, trying to gain followers,
right?
By trying to insert herself in our relationship.
Just like she did with the Me Too movement with Harvey Weinstein, when Harvey Weinstein pulled out his thing and started doing that in front of her. She could have ran the other way.
Yes. When this psycho bitch came for me for sharing a photo with Rick's daughter, I realized not only is she desperate for attention, good or bad, but Rick must have gotten a lobotomy along with that nose job.
Wow.
That's
well, you need to get your eyes done, you little chunky little monk, and you need to get your teeth done, okay?
It's a shame.
Don't talk about what people need to get done. Look at yourself.
He was a great guy back in the day and taught me so much. But hey, I'm still close with his girls and love ex-wife Penny. So I won in the end. We girls, we're thick as thieves. Don't mess.
What the hell is that?
It's stupid.
You don't have a husband. You don't have children. You are glomming on to his family, and you're weaponizing his kids against him. You need to move on. You sound bitter. You sound like a psycho, and you like, no wonder why no one's wanted to marry you. You had to propose to Rick. No one wants you. No one wants to have your babies. You need to move on, girl. Like, you are a sicko, and I get it, okay? No man wants you or Jillian. You guys can be thick as thieves with Penny, his ex, and his daughters. Go right ahead. Be my guest.
Well, it is disturbing that she's weaponizing my family relationship. She's trying to insert herself, again, in another very personal area. And that's, look, if you have a relationship with my kids and my ex-wife, good for you. That's great. But why are you trying to weaponize it against me? And why are you criticizing me for supporting my wife? She already apologized to Jillian. Well, I mean, this whole thing is so ridiculous, okay, and unnecessary. And again, I don't like getting in the middle of this stuff. It's as far as I'm concerned, it's below us.
Yeah,
we don't need to look.
I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it.
But maybe they're accomplishing their goal now. They're getting more followers because we're giving people their attention. Yeah, well, that they crave.
But I want to set the record straight with these old bimbo hags that can't get a man and no man wants to stay with them. Okay. That this is why your attitude and your bitterness and you wanting to glom on to Rick, move on. The past is the past. Move on. That would be like me talking to my exes and getting involved in their business.
Right.
I don't. I move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Move on, girls. You guys are pathetic. Pathetic.
Yeah. But
It's no wonder why both of them look like crap.
I will never not defend my wife. This is the most amazing woman I've ever met.
Yeah, and you'll never find a man like this, ever. Okay? I see why you're trying to glom on to him. You miss him so much that you have to be talking bad about him and weaponizing his family against him because you are so bitter and so hurt and you can't move on from Rick. I got it. Got the memo. Move on, girl. Get your own family. Get your own shit. You're insane.
Okay.
I
think we've said what we needed to say.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to the Fauci stuff, reel the day, we didn't show yesterday that tornado in Tennessee. I want people to just watch the power of this storm. I covered a lot of hurricanes. Tornadoes to me are far scarier because they come out of nowhere. You might get some warning, but not like a day warning or 2 days warning. You can see the hurricane forming and making its way towards you. These tornadoes form in a matter of minutes.
Really?
And yeah.
They don't have like an eye? They don't know?
Not an eye. They may say there's a tornado watch or tornado warnings in effect.
Well, there's no warnings for earthquakes.
That's true. They just kind of...
What would you rather?
Well,
Would you rather have an earthquake or a tornado?
I don't know. It depends on, I guess, the seriousness of the earthquake, because they can be little mini shakers and they don't really do any damage at all. You might not even realize it's happening.
Right.
But if it's like a 7.5 or an 8 and it happens right here on the San Andreas Fault and all of a sudden the whole state split in half, I guess I'd rather have a tornado.
Yeah, I think so.
I covered a tornado. Well, this happens all the time, where one side of the street was fine. Every house was standing, looked like nothing had happened. And the other side of the street, flattened.
Wow.
It just carves a path. And if you're lucky enough to be outside that path, you're fine.
Yeah.
For the most part. Anyway, scary. Reminder, we are selling our pickleballs at rickkellyshow.com. You can get them 10 boxes for $25. A severe discount. Less than cost. 10 boxes for $25, rickkellyshow.com. Hot topics now.
Hot topics.
So Dr. Anthony Fauci confesses he made up, well, to be fair, this is the headline. The CDC made up the social distancing nonsense. But the mask stuff and social distancing, Fauci's basically saying now, wasn't based on science. He doesn't know why they decided to do it.
To make money. That's why they decided to do it. To make money, to fearmonger. That's why they did it. They wanted that election and that pandemic, and they want to scare everybody into submission.
Yeah.
That's what that was. And it was government control. Okay? You want big government? This is what happens first, my friends.
Oh, and it was out of control. And he was interviewed before by the House subcommittee that's now grilling him in Washington. He was interviewed by them earlier this year, and he said the 6-foot social distancing rule just sort of appeared. Didn't recall how it came about. I don't recall. It just sort of appeared. And he wasn't aware of any studies that supported social distancing, conceding such studies would be very difficult to do. But they decided to do it anyway. And then they asked him, do you recall reviewing any studies or data supporting masking for children? And he goes, I might have, but I don't recall specifically that I did. So in other words, he didn't.
Well,
there were no studies.
Well, the thing of it is that he said in years prior, and no one in the left, that far, far progressive left, you know what I'm talking about? They were scared. And if you said anything against what this guy said, you were evil, you were the worst person on earth, and you're killing people. That's what those people were saying. Meanwhile, this guy made up tons of lies, and the idiots believed it.
Yeah, and now, and then primarily Republican lawmakers in this subcommittee who are going after him, calling him out for promoting theories as fact, as backed by science when they weren't, forcing kids to wear masks when it hindered their ability to learn, hindered their social skills, caused anxiety and other issues we now know, and the fact that they hid that the NIH, scientists at the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, were paid $710 million by drug companies and other private companies from late 2021 through 2023. Big Pharma and other private companies were paying NIH scientists almost $750 million, and nobody knew, for innovations, whatever work they were doing on for COVID. It smells so bad, and we don't know just how bad it really was.
We did say follow the money. Follow the money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And now he's finally admitting that, the virus might have been cooked up in a lab, but we don't know for sure. They know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
There was money that was funded, the way they did it, through a bunch of different entities to get to that lab in Wuhan, but NIH invested like $500,000 in the research. They cooked up a virus that was 10,000 times more potent than the original virus.
Yeah.
10,000 times more potent. They were like trying to weaponize viruses, in my opinion.
Right.
And it actually worked, except that they didn't intend for it to get out the way it did. Mm-hmm. Anyway, what I'm saying on my Newsmax monologue is we have to learn from our mistakes, or we are doomed to repeat them. And what happened in this country with the silencing of people, like you said, the censorship, the public shaming of people who
believe,
like you, fined $16,000 for speaking your mind.
Yeah. Because they all were the sheep, and they were all following and donating to that BLM cause that was complete corrupt and didn't do one thing for black people. Saying the whole COVID, traveling, getting shamed, wearing, when I didn't want to wear a mask, getting shamed, saying I'm killing people. I mean, the whole thing was, didn't get my bonus because they didn't like what I was against, that left-wing agenda that Bravo is.
Let's not forget.
You know what? If anybody should sue, out of anybody, it should be me.
Of course.
I'm the one who has grounds.
Yeah.
Real grounds.
You do. Let's not forget that they told us to wear a mask when we walked into a restaurant and walked up to the bar. But if we were fortunate enough to find a bar stool and sat down a foot lower than everyone else, we could take the mask off.
Yeah.
And then you could take the mask off when you're eating or drinking.
Yeah.
Or you don't think you're spreading germs when you're eating or drinking?
And then you get the idiots who go, well, doctors have to wear it during surgery.
Yeah, in a controlled environment. When they're breathing over an open wound, an open body.
Yeah.
It's a little different, don't you think? Anyway, okay, that's enough about that. This has been a very...
I just love how the truth always, the fat always comes to the surface. Mm-hmm. The cream always rises. It
was a sharp-edged show on an otherwise beautiful Tuesday. Shoshana's birthday.
Shoshana's birthday. Happy birthday, Shosh.
Yeah, happy birthday. We hope you guys have a smash-tastic day, and we will be back with more drama and good times, all wrapped in one daily smash tomorrow.
Bye, guys.